This event is only possible through the sponsorship by our commercial members. And today, we are especially grateful to our diamond sponsor, Casidian. To our gold sponsor, Harris. And our two bronze sponsors, Eupen and Tate. And with that, I'd like to turn this portion of our program over to Jackie Pace for our chapter awards.
Thanks, Randy. Can you hear me? Yep. Can you hear me now? I'm just kidding. Well, this is my favorite part of the day because I get to recognize where my heart and soul is, and that's inside the communication center with the dispatchers who answer the phone, as well as the technical side for the radio techs that give us the ability to talk to the first responders, and also the technical side where they build our entire infrastructure, and we just trust that all of that equipment is always going to work, and it usually always does 99.9% of the time. So without further ado, I just want to our first recipient this afternoon for our chapter awards. I want to call them up on the stage, and then I'll read a little bit of information from their agencies that submitted. And that's Chuck Schuler. Chuck was nominated as the RF Technician of the Year. He did have some competition in this category, so let me just read a little bit to you about what his agency has to say about him, and he's from the Sacramento Regional Fire EMS Communications Center, who's well represented here today. Chuck was nominated for this award because of the exceptional daily work and his, as well as his regional outreach to serve and support all agencies within their radio communications. His list, first of all, he's dedicated to the fire agencies in the communication center and their upgrade to their P25 system, which all of you know is not an easy task. Beyond that, he has lent his time, his effort, and his expertise to neighboring agencies in support of their radio failures testing, vital equipment repairs, and coverage issues. Chuck's servant leadership, which you'll hear a lot through the day, from that regional center. Sorry, I should have put the font much bigger on these. I'm getting old. Sorry, Chuck. I'll get back to business. Chuck's servant leadership is respected countywide as he works hard for the greater good and lends his expertise without expecting any acknowledgement or reward. So your RF Technician of the Year, Chuck Schuler. Our next recipient, I'd like to call Jillian Short. It's nothing short about Jillian, just so you guys know. Jillian's going to be up here for a little while. The first one is for her public safety communications training experience. Jillian's a CTO. She was nominated as Trainer of the Year for her continued dedication and excellence as a communications training officer, again with the Sacramento Fire and EMS Regional Communications Center. Her sole focus is the trainee. From the very first day of the academy, Jillian is there to champion the new hires. She is vibrant and energetic, and she reassures that her new hires that they can and will succeed, and she sets each of them up for their best possible success. Jillian inspires others around her. She encapsulates the definition of an ideal trainer. She is dedicated to the mission of the organization, and she embraces their core values. She supports current, past, and future employees and believes that excellence is a standard, not a goal. And your Trainer of the Year, Jillian Short. Jillian's got to stay here because she was also nominated in the next category and was the big winner in that one as well. And for Telecommunicator of the Year, Jillian Short was nominated for Telecommunicator of the Year because she sets the standard for excellence. She's taken on many roles in her agency, which is ambassador to the new employees, training officer, shop steward, and overall amazing dispatcher. It's in the word. I have it in black and white right here. Jillian is one of the first people on the phones, even when she's not the primary call taker. She has amazing room awareness. She's able to quickly anticipate and meet the needs of her peers and field units. Jillian is compassionate with with callers, probably with her call takers too. She is able to be firm while remaining calm and empathetic. She provides them with calming words of support during their emergency. She has a clear, concise radio voice which instills confidence to the field crew units amidst chaos. One coworker noting on every phone call, she exemplifies impeccable customer service, and her radio etiquette is superb. So, your telecommunicator of the year, Jillian. Thank you, Jillian.
Thank you.
I really should have made this font much bigger next time.
Yeah, let me show you. For those rest of you, that's what she's reading.
Sorry. I'll do better next time.
You're doing well.
Okay, this one is the next category, again, there was a lot of competition in this category. Let me just take a second to let you know that there were so many team nominations. It was really very hard to pick out just one communication center. There was, unfortunately, a lot of probably bad emergencies that happened this last year, where dispatchers across the Northern California area just completely rose above and beyond their normal daily duties. So without further ado, can I get the San Francisco International Airport 911 Communication Center to come out to the stage? A lot of you probably didn't know there was a 911 communication center in the airport, but we get to work closely with them in San Mateo County, and we're grateful for them every day. This is your crew that was working on July 6th of this last year when Asiana Flight 214 crashed at the airport. They received their first communication from the control tower, and then immediately after that from an officer on the scene. They immediately launched into action. The tragic crash of Asiana Flight 214 took the lives of 3 passengers and injured 181 others. 12 of those injuries were critical. The investigation continued for many days after the incident, and with that, the controlled chaos and exemplary performance of the communications officers within the communications center continued without fail. The Airport Communications Center should be recognized for preparedness and extensive training program that no doubt helped prepare the dispatchers for the unlikely event of a plane crash. Most of all, they should be recognized for their extraordinary performance during the tragic crash of July 6th. It is definitely a team effort, and they all work together flawlessly to support one another and the field units throughout this incident. Thank you, guys. Am I shaking this thing?
We have a picture of the crew here, please.
Oh. I have a picture.
Thank you.
I have to tell you, at the fortunate incident, I was at a training class at the airport a couple weeks after the incident, and got a little bit of a debrief of the exceptional job that those dispatchers did that day, and it was just, I was in awe. They did an excellent job. Okay, let's see here. Okay. So our next nominee also comes from the Sacramento Fire and EMS Communications Center. So if I can get Teresa Murray to come up to the stage. It really does speak well of their leadership, that the number of nominations that they got this year. In November of 2012, Ms. Murray was hired as the Chief Executive Director for the Sacramento Regional Fire and EMS Communications Center. Her duties and responsibilities from day one demonstrated and now encapsulates, I cannot speak today, I'm so sorry, encapsulates what their center calls their core values, and there are 4 of them: strength of character, selflessness, day forward, and servant leadership. Ms. Murray maintains the positive heartbeat of the organization through her leadership skills, her abilities, and her personal acumen, which are untouched and unmatched in the world of public safety. She boldly inspires and quietly leads from behind while encouraging those in front and around her that excellence is not a standard, but again, a goal. Thank you. Thank you, Teresa. This is going to come as a complete shock to you, but the next nominee is from the Sacramento Fire and EMS Regional Communications Center, and that's for the IT technician, Bradley Dorsett. Bradley Dorsett has been nominated for IT Technician for his excellent customer service and one who is willing and able to quickly and thoroughly complete every service request, answer every technical question, learn new systems and software, or gain mastery of legacy equipment, and perform his job with genuine enthusiasm and competency. He is clearly a team player within his work group. He's very personable and consistently exhibits professionalism in his interactions with his colleagues and customers. Brad's position is one that is critical to the functionality of several fire agencies in Sacramento County, and he has performed above and beyond all that they demand of him without fail. Congratulations, Bradley. Our next nominee it's normally a nominee for Supervisor of the Year, but I have to tell you, I read all the nominations and I was very impressed by Sacramento Regional. Put in a lot of nominations, and after you read them, you will know that they had an exceptional year, very busy. And again, I think that goes back to the leadership, and that includes their middle management, which is their supervisor team. So if I could just get the supervisor team to come up here. They had a group nomination. The Regional Communications team was nominated for Supervisor of the Year for 2013 for their extraordinary work as one collective group over the past year. In the communications profession, the age-old challenge is to get your supervisors to come together and work as a team. This is exactly what the group has been able to do. With the evolution of the Regional Communications Center over the last year, every member has stepped up and stepped into the roles set before them. They have single-minded devotion to assure the success of those around them and to represent the mission of the organization. Besides leading the day-to-day operation of a large 911 dispatch center, they are leading staff through the following projects: a CAD RFP and build, complete renovation of the antiquated accounting system, every new technology that you could possibly imagine, complete building and renovation, 911 phone platform upgrade, dispatch floor redesign, creation and implementation of training comm center disaster recovery site, the rebranding of their Regional Communications Center and organization. And with all that, they've done extensive outreach to the community and to their constituent fire agencies. So congratulations, good job. Oh, sure. We have one more special award. We don't give this award out every year, and it was established in honor of one of our most treasured members, Preston Thompson. I always say the P. Can I get Scott Andrews to come up to the stage, please? I hope this was a surprise. This award was developed for those who spend a lot of time and dedication to the betterment of the NAPCO organization. And this is, Scott Andrews is definitely well-deserving of this award. Let me just give you a little bit of background about Scott. He was nominated for this award for his time and dedication to the NAPCO organization. He played an integral role in the selection of Sacramento as the host for the 2015 Western Regional Conference. You guys all need to be there. Yes. 16?
The 2015.
Yeah,
April.
that's what I said, 2015, yeah. I want to give out the wrong date, then they won't show up. Yeah. Through his contacts with many local elected officials and staff, he arranged the meetings for the Chamber of Commerce, the Convention Center staff, who gave us all a preview of the services available and put together cost information so that we could be responsible and build a sustainable budget for this event, which is going to be very large. As a prior president of NAPCO, Scott has reached out and built strong relationships with other like-minded groups such as 911 for Kids, the State of California 911 office, which is why we have that representative here today, and CalNINA. Because of those relationships, we've had a positive media exposure, and he's definitely been able to increase our membership and outreach. Scott is serving as the current past president and continues to dedicate many hours of time and energy towards the betterment of our organization, and we thank you.
And now I'd like to ask all of the board members and officers to join me on the stage, please. We spend a tremendous amount of time advocating for public safety communications, and as a board group here, a group of people that make up your board, even more. We have several workshops throughout the year. I think that most of us were able to attend the APCO International Conference in Anaheim this year because it was in Anaheim. And we do this every month. And so this is my opportunity to thank each of the board members for their dedication, and they truly are a group of professional and dedicated individuals. So first of all, if you'd give them a round as a board. Scott Andrews, I have to read this, it's a lot. Past president, vice president, and alternate frequency advisor for 2013. Thank you, Scott. There you are. John Batarseh, our incoming president. So he has served as the president-elect for 2013. Jackie Pace, who, as you can see, has been very busy, in particular in the weeks and months leading up to this event, spending a lot of time on the awards function itself. So, Jackie, thank you. And our other Jackie, Jackie Andrews, also wears multiple hats. She's being recognized here, of course, as our treasurer. Why would I think Timothy Marcos as a director in 2013. Timothy? And Angela Azevedo, who steps in whenever we have a task to be done and we can't really tell who the obvious person is to ask. I ask Angela and it gets done magically, so thank you, Angela. Chris Kinman, our Sergeant at Arms, etc. Thank you, Chris. Benita Beauchamp, who's been a steadfast and wise director. Thank you very much. Mike Sage, who's been the commercial activities coordinator for 2013 and in years past. Press Thompson, I don't think we can say enough about Press. He does so much for public safety in general, from frequency advisor. This year he put on another hat, director. This guy is a model of an American citizen. Volunteerism with your fire department, with medical organizations. I can't say enough about Press. So Press, thank you very much. Mark Anderson wasn't able to be here today. He is a director, I believe, serving for the first time as a director in 2013, and who is ill. And our new PIO, this year we created a new position, PIO, and you would not believe all of the responsibilities that go along with that. Among them, webmaster, a ton of other things. He does the newsletter. I mean, the website itself has more and more information that he's constantly working with any other board member to post that information religiously every month. I know Jim spends probably more of his personal time than any of us do with APCO or NAPCO, and I recognize that very much, and I'm very appreciative for that, Jim. Thank you very much.
Don't go anywhere.
I've got one more. Excuse me, John. I'm not done yet.
Okay, I thought you were done. All right.
We're done when I say we're done.
Okay.
We have one more director who wasn't able to be here today. Actually, not director, executive council rep, and that's Desi Calzada, who unfortunately couldn't make it. Now I'm done.
Okay. On behalf of the board, we'd like to thank you for your time of your presidency. Thank you.
Thank
Randy.
you. Appreciate it. Your board. And with that, we now go, since you're all right here, into the oath of office. Is John still here? John Powell?
No, he left.
Okay. I asked John, who's an old friend of mine and of the chapter, if he would administer the oath of office. He does an awful lot of work for DHS and DOJ, and so he traveled in here, flew in here, and now has to fly back out. So unfortunately, because our program was so long, he was not able to stay that long. Our backup plan, no less prestigious, a former past president and who has graciously stepped in, as he occasionally does, to help out whenever necessary, is Steve Overacker. So I'd like to introduce Steve, and Steve, if you would administer the oath, and I see you have it, right?
I have everything. Where would you like me to stand for this?
Right here. It's all yours.
It's up to you, Steve. Okay. It seems like it was so short ago that I was standing up here with such great people, and it's truly an honor and a pleasure to have the opportunity to swear you in. So let's go ahead and get this started here. First of all, I'd like everyone here to raise your right hand. You have been duly elected to the office in which you are about to enter by vote of the Northern California Chapter Quorum here assembled. By this vote, the quorum would invest in you the power of the Northern California Chapter of APCO. It bestows upon you its confidence, trust, and places in your hands the duties of your office as written in the Constitution of this chapter. Do you, under God, under country, and before these witnesses here assembled, each and every one of you hereby accept this power, this responsibility, this confidence, this trust, this establishment of duties, and solemnly swear to uphold, protect, and execute to the best of your abilities the aims and objectives of the Association of Public Safety Communication Officials International.
I do.
I'm now going to ask each officer by name, starting with El Presidente, to take And your response will be, I do. It's almost like getting married, isn't it? Okay. President John, do you accept the responsibilities of this office?
I do.
Okay. Scott, do you accept the responsibilities of your office?
I do.
Chris? Hey there, guy.
I do.
You do, good. Now, Desi's not here. Mike Sage?
I do.
You do, wonderful. Angie, how about you?
I do.
Wonderful. Jackie Andrews?
Of course I do.
Of course you do, wonderful. Jim, I know you're right here.
I do.
He does, okay. Let's see here. Benita,
I do.
you do, there she is. All right, God, so many, from this angle, it's hard to see everybody. Mark Anderson's out. Tim?
I do.
You do. And Press? I do.
No.
That's everybody. So be it. I now pronounce each and every one of you duly, yes,
That's okay, I'm out.
No, she's a director.
Jacqueline? Oh, Jackie,
She's a
okay.
director.
She was on my list. Oh, Jackie, how could I- Jackie, do you accept
Yes, I
the responsibility? And Randy, as past El Presidente, how about you? Do you accept? I do. You do, good, okay. Now I can say, so be it. I now pronounce each and every one of you duly established in your new office. And I would now invite all of you to take your seats and have the bar. And then we have the new president take your seats. So I'm ready to serve. Thank you.
Thank you. If you don't know me, I'm John Batarseh with the California Highway Patrol. I've been with the CHP for the past 6 years as a telecommunication system manager supervisor. Prior to that, with AT&T. Won't bore you, it's going to be very short because I know you're waiting for your door prices. I'm truly honored and humbled to be your president for the upcoming year. Thank you so much for your confidence and support. I know that we have a busy year ahead of us, and I'm excited to be working with each and every one of you. I would like to thank Randy for his time serving as the president of NAPCO, and I would like to thank the board of directors for the time and effort they put in each month setting NAPCO's monthly meeting and the tabletop. I know this is not a simple task, and it takes a lot of time and effort to put these meetings together. Also, special thanks to Angela, Jackie, Benita, Scott, Chris, Preston, and Jim, and Tim for waking up early to make sure everything is set up and ready to go for our meetings every month. They're always there. Everything is set up by 9 o'clock. We're ready to go. I feel honored to be your president. I'm grateful for the support of my employer, the CHP, to make this happen. CHP values the mission of APCO and has allowed me to take the time to be part of such prestigious and influential organization. In my presidency next year, the board and I will spend most of our time preparing for the Western Regional Conference that will be held in April 2015 at the Sacramento Convention Center. I invite each one of you to volunteer for a committee and help out in the preparation for this conference. You can contact Scott Andrews or any member of the board of directors to sign up for a committee of your choice. This is the best way to make sure your voice is heard. Together we can move forward with meeting APCO's mission. Your continued contribution and involvement would be greatly appreciated. Again, thank you for the confidence you placed in me. I am looking forward to an exciting and productive year. Have a safe holiday season, and let's finish the door prizes. Thank you.